And we're back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Guys, One Mic, Season 2, baby.
Let's go.
Here we go. A lot of you guys have been asking if we're going to return, and this is the return of the Mac. Here we go. Been a while. How you guys been?
Good. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Good to be back.
Josh?
I'm ready. I'm ready for the season to start, baby.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Some shakeups this year we can get into talk about. I think going back and looking at our predictions from last year, I think I'm not quite as generous this year with wins. I think they're going to be a little bit harder to come by for some teams. Some teams are going to look completely different. Maybe shall we use the word rebuild for some teams?
I mean, maybe a little
possibly.
rebuild,
You know, some players wearing different jersey numbers this year, different jersey colors this year. Some colors are the same, just a different shade. I know.
Come on, man. Where's the love?
You know, I mean.
I
like what you did there.
Yeah.
I like what you did
We're all about the love.
But, you know.
I'm all about the love.
There's also a fellow that's wearing a different shade of blue this year who was wearing blue last year.
That's true.
He's returning to his college number. Might re-spark his
good.
career.
I like. He eats
You know,
well. He eats well.
Likes to eat. You know, he might not be the mid guy that he was before, so...
I hope he does well.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But, so why don't we get into our preview, we'll say, for the NFC. We'll do NFC this week, we'll do AFC next week, and then we'll, believe it or not, the season will be here. We'll be rolling into this, so...
Tell you what, football though back is like, it's a breath of fresh air, man. It's awesome.
It really is. It really is. We get to see each other again.
Yep.
You know, it goes more than, a month and a half from seeing each other. Maybe get some pizza here and there from now and then.
You like
now
pizza?
And then.
I'm a pizza guy.
Yeah.
I like all kinds of pizza.
Do you? I hear it's a good lunchtime thing.
It's
a good lunchtime
It's a
pizza.
good lunchtime thing. Once in a while you forget about pizza.
Once
know?
in a while you do. So.
I don't know. Forgot about pizza the last 2 months.
You know, maybe there might be a new flavor of gas station pizza this year.
Oh.
I think so. There might be.
There might be.
You never know.
Where would you guys like to start? You want to go north, east, south, west? Where
Let's do the west.
You want to go west?
Yeah, let's start
Go out. We're going out west.
Let's go out west.
Let's go out west.
And then we'll make our way back this way.
All right. Do you want to start with your top team, or you want to work the ladder and come up from the bottom up?
Let's go Super Bowl champs. Like, how many years ago was it? Like 2-3 years ago?
Okay, that one. You want to start with that one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was throwing a, I was throwing, a little zinger there.
Oh, okay.
We'll start with that.
That was a really bad joke. Rusty.
I was like, what's he talking about, man? All right. So yeah, okay. Start with LA.
LA.
All right. What you got? What you got for LA, bud?
Well, I think there's a lot of question marks. I think their biggest issue is injury, right? We see a lot of injury there. We see what's going to happen is Stafford going to come back healthy and ready to go. Cooper Kupp, all that. I think they're a decent team. I don't think they're going to be great. I'm going to put them at, 7-10. That's going to be my record. So.
I had them at 7-10 as well.
Bringing up the board, man.
Wow.
7-10s. I agree. I think, Stafford coming off an injury and getting older. Let's call it how it is. He's getting older. Cam Akers, I expect decent out of this year.
Yep.
But he was kind of a bust last year.
He was. I think he had some injuries, right?
Yeah.
Had some injuries.
There's a lot of hype.
And Cooper Kupp coming back from injury. I don't know how he's going to be.
Yep.
My question to you guys is, when is it gonna stop being this? You know how they said the tree for Sean McVay?
Yeah.
Like, when is it gonna be like? Was it a fluke for him, or was it just like everything got together, or when is it gonna be the end of his quote unquote dynasty,
Gotcha.
or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's over now.
It's wonder.
I'm kind of wondering myself. Was there ever a dynasty?
No. So
because he was a pretty boy who came in and won immediately, and he got hyped quick. And
they're going to be paying for it for a couple more years still, but they got what they want out. They got a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
out.
they did.
So,
and these days, it's all about who looks good and who sounds good when you're talking about it. So I think he's become like a media darling type of thing. I think the media just likes him, so they keep talking about him.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And that Stafford got beat up a lot, I think.
Yeah.
They
That
need
O-line-
to fix that O-line.
They still haven't done much, I don't think.
Whitworth, right? Andrew Whitworth, that's
Yeah.
his name. When he retired, they took a huge hit.
They did.
But now he's out. OBJ's gone. Von Miller's gone. Bobby Wagner's gone. Like
Jalen Ramsey's gone.
Jalen Ramsey's gone. Like
Yeah.
they're missing some piece. Robert Woods isn't there anymore.
It's different. It's a different
it's a
team
different
for
team.
sure. Yeah.
And then there's nothing about them that strikes me as like oh my goodness, this team is going to do great. And there's nothing about them that's like they're going to be horrible. So I think with the fact that we're all having a 7-10, I think that says they're about mid.
Yeah.
I would say.
One thing I'm excited to see Cooper Cup back because he's fun. He's an exciting player. I think he's going to do well in fantasy.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
I like it.
So let's go to who I think is going to have possibly the number one pick next year after the season. Arizona. What are they doing? What are they doing, man?
Oh God.
There's a dumpster fire going on in Arizona, and I have them at 3-14 next year. 3-14.
That's generous.
Yeah, and those 3 games are like,
You think that's generous? I'm really generous. I got them at 5-12.
Really.
Well, now I could be okay with it because they have some pieces.
Right.
And there's, you know what they say with Sunday, any given Sunday.
Correct.
Or football, any given Sunday. And, I mean, they got my man Josh Jobs out there. He could squeak away a couple victories that team get into a trap game with Arizona and they squeak one out. But I don't see, I think 5's like their max ceiling.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
yeah.
going to go much more above 5.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm probably really generous with that
Yeah.
5. I could definitely see him winning even less than 5.
Right.
But
I feel like when you talk about tanking, I feel like this team's tanking, right? They traded away 2 of their players that could have like they're younger players. They're going into their contract, right? So they want to get rid of those contracts or don't want to sign them. Get some late round draft picks for these guys.
Yeah.
But so my prediction is actually right between. So we're gonna go 4-13.
Okay.
So
Well, and they got that rookie coach who was like,
yeah,
it's just weird. When
he
first
had like
walked in the
that.
building.
There was a guy, who was Jonathan Gannon, right? He had that one. I think he was the offensive coordinator for Philly,
Yeah, I think so.
and I mean now he's just got a head coaching job, and he's really got nothing there. So
Well, did you see the clip of him meeting
oh,
Kyler, I think it
yeah.
was, and he was like,
I see it.
just out there.
Yeah.
Out there. Like, and even Kyler's standing there looking at him like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Just a quick question: do you think Kyler's done after this year with them? Because if they get the first round pick,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the first
think he's
overall
done.
pick, right? We were
You
talking
gotta
about.
think this new coaching staff has no ties to Kyler. That was
Right.
Kingsbury.
Yeah.
He wanted Kyler. He's gone now, so Kyler's gonna be gone.
I think they'll look at that kid from USC, like you were saying
Yeah.
earlier. I think they'll look at that kid from USC
Yeah,
pretty hard. And then who knows? I mean, college football hasn't started yet. There might be a surprise
right.
kid out of
Actually,
wherever.
2 games last week. Notre Dame played,
Yeah, they whooped up on.
and Caleb Williams played. USC played San Jose
You
State.
saw how good he was.
And Caleb Williams did put on a pretty good show last week. So,
Well, I mean, USC's known for having decent quarterbacks come out of it, but they also have the hype machine at USC.
yeah.
And they got a good
Yeah.
coach too. So
Yeah.
Riley, right? Riley's their coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go there and go
so
around,
he's a
okay.
good coach. So.
All right, so yeah, not much about the Cards. We think they're tanking. We think they're
At least they got nice weather. though.
trying. Yeah, their uniforms can look pretty nice
Yeah.
sometimes too. They got some decent uniforms. Then I think the person that will end second in this this division, I'm going to go up to Seattle. I think Seattle ends at. I have them at 8-9, but I think they can be 9-8 is easy too. I think they're right there at about 500 somewhere in there. I don't know that Geno's going to have a year like he did last year.
Yeah, I think the one thing I do love, he did get injured recently, but they just got their rookie wide receiver. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Jackson, right?
Jackson
Smith and Jigba,
and Jigba.
right? He just got hurt.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I said I was going to pronounce it, but I didn't. So, he just got hurt
Yeah.
recently. But I think
He's their
put
third
weapons.
option anyway.
Third
so.
option, right? But a good core around them.
Mhm.
10-7, I think, is a reasonable number, and I think they're going to be like kind of like maybe wild card
Okay.
potentially.
Boy.
Yeah, you know.
I was with you. I got him at 9-8.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of going to hover right there around 500.
Now, one thing that can kind of push me more from the 8 and 9, 9 and 8 up to the 10, 11 wins is Kenneth Walker stays healthy and runs like he did when he was healthy last year. Because he was a beast when he first came out on the scene last year.
He was. They got that rookie too.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about was it Cabinet or
Zach,
something like that.
Zach Cabinet.
Yeah,
we're good with
there's
names.
a lot there. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they can't ever just be like Joe Smith anymore. You know?
they'll be a good team.
Yeah, I think they'll be.
Don't
I think
get
they'll be
us
decent.
canceled, okay?
I think they'll be decent. I think they'll be decent. Which then would bring us to the West champion,
The top dogs, baby.
San Fran,
The
dude.
West top dogs. It's not the
Fran.
NFC top dogs.
Where you got him, Mike? Where you
we'll
got him?
We'll see.
San Fran?
Where you got San Fran?
I got them at 11 and 6.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Where you got him at?
I love these guys.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
They're great. I would go up a little bit higher than I think, but I'm going to say reserved at 13 and 4. I think they're going to have a great year this year. Purdy is looking gorgeous.
I think Purdy's.
Is he ready to go? He's playing?
Yeah, he's playing, but I think Purdy's. He's not necessarily a one-hit wonder, but he's definitely not going to do what he did last year.
He's kind of like he's very system quarterback, very similar to Dak Prescott, but maybe a little bit better. Very like
But they are coached well, and they play in a pretty weak division, minus Seattle being a pretty decent team.
They got a lot of weapons, guys.
And
All right. Well, I went with you. I'm at 11 and 6 with them too. They're good. I think they got some games that are pretty tough this year. But an interesting thing that just hit me that I'm wondering.
Yep, bring it up.
Do you think Debo could become a little bit of a diva if he doesn't get the touches he's used to getting? Because they got McCaffrey, they got Debo, they got Kittle, they got Ayuk, they got even Mitchell, their backup running back. Like they got weapons.
They do.
So like if Debo's not getting his touches, he's not getting his
praise.
I think so.
Do you think he becomes like an Antonio Brown diva type of thing? Like you think he becomes a distraction? Because he already chirped before that he wanted a trade.
Right.
He wanted to go to Carolina or whatever, come closer to home.
Right.
So do you think he could possibly become a distraction and it cost them a couple
Could
wins?
be.
I love Debo. I think
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of their whole offense. I think Debo's going to get I think he's going to get those. I think he has proven that he's an incredible player, and I think he's going to put himself above all of those players besides CMC. But I feel like he is going to be the one that's going to be the leader, and I think it's going to be a well-oiled machine. 13 wins, boys.
Well, I
Okay.
hope you're wrong.
Well, you never know. Never know.
We got him at 11.
11 and 6
We
is
got him at 11.
respectable.
And honestly, looking here,
NFC West champ.
I put him at the 3rd seed in the playoffs.
That's disgusting. Okay, we're done.
3rd seed.
I don't want to walk off, but I
So, all right. Now we'll go south. We'll hit south.
Okay.
We don't have anything in for the south. You know, we got some interest in the north. We got some interest in the east. So we'll head south. This division last year was ridiculously
It was
crazy
competitive,
and
right?
close.
It was competitive.
I felt like nobody really wanted to win this division.
No.
With
Might be like that again,
with
who
that being
knows?
said, I think we have a repeat this year. Not a repeat, like record-wise, but how close they all are, you know?
Correct, yeah.
And I honestly have this team, nobody in this division having a winning record.
Wow.
None of them have a winning record.
No
I
kidding.
do.
Yeah.
I
None of them.
pretty good record, too.
Wow, pretty good record.
Yeah?
They go marching in?
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, driving their new car around.
That's,
I think, yeah.
all right.
All right. They, let's just go right with the favorites then, Mike.
Let's go favorites.
Go ahead. Who
All
you
right,
got?
well, I got the Saints at
I see you wearing their colors, repping their colors today.
12 and 5.
No way. Yo! Stop. Can you explain why you have them over the 49ers?
You do have them with a better record than the Niners.
This is...
It's because
I
they're
could
division,
walk.
right? They must be sweeping people in their division.
Listen, you gotta have a guy sometimes that makes some bold statements, and I'm that guy. All right?
Wow.
12 and
A
5.
better
Okay.
record than the Niners.
By one
No,
game.
can you explain why, though?
And what do you mean?
What's your reasoning for them having 12 wins? That's a lot of wins.
Well, okay. I love Derek Carr.
Okay.
Weak division.
Makes sense.
And they got weapons too.
They do have some weapons.
Kamara will be back from his suspension.
Do you think he's going to do as good as he?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Well,
I think he's lost his step.
dark horse,
They got Jimmy Graham back, man.
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams, yeah.
Yeah, but he's a touchdown guy, right? Like he's
You know who's gonna
touchdown.
stay
Chris
healthy
Olave.
this year?
Tom, don't even say Michael Thomas. Don't even say
Breakout year.
I think
Mike Thomas.
I think Chris Olave is going to be the game changer this year.
12-5 isn't that much of a stretch. Come on.
Yeah, that's a
It's
stretch.
a stretch.
That's a hard stretch.
I have him at 7 and 10. I have him at 7 and 10.
And I'm going to go in the middle because it's realistic, very realistic. I think they are going to win the division at 10 and 7.
All right.
So
It's good to have a different,
Okay.
you know.
I do have him winning the division. I do think they'll have the
At the end of-
tiebreakers, however they figure it
At
out.
the end of the
whatever.
year, if they're way off in this, I'll man up to it. And I'll say, listen,
You're gonna have
way
to.
wrong.
there's going to be a lot of.
See, I feel
predictions.
like the Saints are the same thing as the Rams. Like, there's nothing there that's like, wow, they're real bad. And there's nothing there that's like, they're really good. They got Kamara. He's going to miss the first 3 games. They got Jamal Williams to run behind him. So apparently they either signed or they're talking to sign Kareem Hunt as well.
Okay.
So their run game could come up pretty good. They got Olave. Michael Thomas, if he ever returns back to who he was, I don't know that he ever will.
Telling you.
Jimmy Graham is
breakout
still.
year.
Jimmy Graham is still. He's gone too. Sean Payton's not walk. Sean Payton and Drew Brees are not walking through that door to bring them anywhere. And their defense.
And
Who's
Sean
on their
Payton's
defense?
on the Broncos.
Lattimore, right? Lattimore's their defense. And
Yeah.
Cam Jordan. Who else do they got?
They do
Damn,
have I feel
boy.
like they do have a good defense, a sneaky defense.
I'm telling you, just watch.
A
watch.
sneaky.
Okay.
And you're right though, the division is not good, so they
That's-
might be able to.
I do
sneak a
like
couple, right?
when they wear their all black unis with the gold helmet, though. I
That
like that. a lot.
Superdome down in New Orleans, that's a tough place to play.
All right. Well, listen, that's a bold
That
statement.
is a bold one.
Bold statement.
Okay, so who do you guys is second in this division?
Atlanta
Okay,
at 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
No, see, I disagree. I mean, we're one game less, so 7 and 10.
Okay, Atlanta. You said Atlanta? Yeah, I got them at 6 and 11. I don't have confidence in Ritter.
No,
I don't think Ritter's the starter, is he?
Yeah,
Heineke.
Heineke.
Heineke's gonna.
I think Ritter's starting.
Ritter's the starter.
Is they?
I don't
they
know
announce
though.
it though?
I don't think they announced it though.
I don't. Okay,
But I
I don't
feel
have confidence in Heineke.
I would
either.
start Heineke. I mean,
I
I
don't-
know you're probably
Bijan
confidence
Robinson is on their third on their depth chart right now. There's all this hype about him, but he's third on their depth chart.
As
right
far
now.
as what?
Running back.
No, he's number one. 100%.
When they released their depth chart,
There's no way.
he was third. It was Patterson, Algier,
Right.
and then
But
Robinson.
there's no way. There's absolutely you put.
Then
so
you
much
got
cap-
Drake London. And who else in there? And then Kyle Pitts. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson are all young and overhyped right now.
I agree. They're a young team.
Yeah.
They're a young team, and I think honestly, you might be closer to where I might stand. But it's going to depend on the quarterback, right? If the quarterback can, there's a lot of teams this year, right? Where quarterback's going to be the
Yeah.
factor.
Yeah.
Ritter could show up.
He could.
Or Heineke.
Heineke could. I mean,
I don't think they've officially announced it, honestly.
No, I don't think so.
So, I mean, either one, yeah. It's
Did you
not
did you watch
looking
that
great,
Netflix
but I would
series?
definitely take Heineke over Ritter, I think.
did you watch that Netflix series on the quarterbacks?
I watched a couple
Dude,
episodes. of it.
Mariota got screwed. He should have kept playing. They should have let him keep playing. But anyways,
I think the youth is what it's going to. They want
They're-
the
they're
youth
going
movement, right?
so I mean, I could be completely wrong about Ritter. He could come out and kill it. You know, if Robinson's the running back that they say he is, great. You know, maybe Kyle Pitts will start catching touchdowns in the United States
You
instead
hope,
of London.
yeah.
You know, I don't. They're another team where I'm like, they're not horrible, but there's nothing there that's making me. They're a show me team, I think,
Right.
more because they have to prove something. I'm just not confident in
Yeah.
what they got. That's all. Then how about? I actually have the Bucks second in this division.
Okay.
I have them at 7 and 10 as well, but I have them losing tiebreaker to the Saints.
I got them at 7 and 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 and 10.
Yeah.
And
Their biggest question mark is Baker.
yeah, I mean they have decent receivers, right? They're
Yeah, because they still got Evans and Godwin. And
right.
Yeah. Their running back situation is that Rashad White.
Rashad White, I think is his. I think that's their only.
They got Chase Edmonds signed there.
Okay. Well,
They got some like
Well,
band-aid
Rashad
running
White
backs.
is going to be
Yeah.
like their. You know, he's
Because
only
they don't have. Do they still have Ronald Jones?
They don't. He's on the Cowboys, right?
No, yeah, Ronald Jones
Jones
on the Cowboys.
now?
So yeah. So I feel like is Baker gonna give them a couple wins?
Right.
But their defense is pretty good, right?
My prediction for the Saints could be way off, right?
Yeah.
So like, the Bucs could still be in it all year because of that division. There could be, like I said, New Orleans. My prediction could be way off. It's bold, I know, but that division could be another division like last year where
Yep.
somebody wins it with under 500.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Well, that's what I have, and I have right now. I have the Bucks and the Saints. I both had 7-10, and the Panthers and Falcons. I both had 6-11.
Oh, so
So let's move into Panthers then.
Yeah.
6 and
And it's for the same reason I put Atlanta there. I put Carolina there. It's a prove me thing. A prove it to me thing.
right.
You know, they got Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
You know, who's going to run? Who's going to run? Oh,
Miles
Miles
Sanders.
Sanders is their
Which
running
I feel
back.
like he's gonna have a decent year.
I think he's
Yeah,
going to
I
be.
think
He's
so.
going to have to be their workload or
Right.
their workhorse. And I don't know that Miles Sanders is built to be.
Well, they got
workhorse.
Chuba.
They do for a spell, but
Yeah.
like he's not.
No, he's not one of those.
You know, they signed Adam Thielen, who's actually doing pretty decent. He had that scare with the injury early on in preseason, but he's been doing
I
okay.
think he forgot his walker though because he's kind of getting old, boys.
He is.
He's
But
a nice
veteran
veteran
presence.
receiver
Yeah.
to
Yes.
help out Bryce Young, though.
Veteran presence, yeah.
You know,
And
DJ
then,
Chart was on their team, but he just got hurt recently. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No.
He's a decent receiver.
I like DJ.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, but he got hurt.
and who else? They don't really have any. Like,
Didn't they had a rookie from last year. Wasn't there a rookie there? Oh, I mean, I can't remember his name now. Thought he was starting to break out towards the end of the year. It'll come to me.
Yeah. But I think they're a young team, right?
Yeah.
Bryce is going to be one of those. He's going to have his growing pains, but he's the man there. So personally, I think they're going to be 6-11, and I think it's going to be a struggle. But I think I think he's the future of their team.
yeah. This whole division is like a prove it to me division. Like, there's
100%.
not anybody who's like,
Nobody.
dude, they're gonna take it.
Nobody. Like
They're definitely
Hey, as I
12
said,
wins. No,
it,
12
could,
wins,
be, it
yeah.
could be way off. But
Hey, you
When
might be marching on Bourbon Street, man. I don't know. You know,
what do
like,
you have them at?
Carolina.
Yeah, what is
6-11.
6-11?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like we're all kind of close besides the Saints one. But I think we all agree that the Saints will win.
Yeah.
Just how are they going to get there?
yes.
Yeah.
And I have them, like I said, I have them just barely squeaking out based off a tiebreaker
Right.
over. Like, I think I had them one more divisional win than the Bucks did, or something like
Okay, think about this. Funny, like last year, who was the I would say Derek Carr was the worst probably in his division for quarterback, not at preseason, right?
that.
Because Russell Wilson was there, we thought he was going to be better. He was terrible. Obviously, Mahomes and Herbert. Now he might be the number one quarterback in this division. How like the flip flop? It's kind of
He
interesting.
would be.
He would be the number one.
Yeah.
He would be the best
Option.
option.
And right now, he's the
I would
best
pick
option.
him out of
Yeah.
all of those 4 options. Kind of interesting. crazy how the NFL works. Yeah.
Man, that's interesting.
But, yeah, these rookie quarterbacks, I mean,
They got to prove it more than
some of
anything
them
else.
ain't going to come in and do it back to this rookie year. You know?
We'll get to that.
I'm
I
just,
think you meant to say Big Ben did his rookie
I'm
year.
just saying. Did Dak beat Pittsburgh? Yeah, he did his rookie year.
I think Ben only lost like
should
2
we-
games his rookie year. So.
But
Should we pause and
Big Ben,
Yeah, we're okay.
I like
We're
Big
okay.
Ben.
We're okay. All right, so let's go up north.
Yeah.
Let's go north,
Let's
baby.
go up north, and
It's getting chilly.
we'll save.
yeah, save the best for
We'll
last.
save you guys.
Yeah.
We'll save all of our love for the end of it. All right.
Yeah.
We'll give the love at the end. But surprise, surprise! Again this year, I have the Vikings winning the North,
That's ridiculous.
and I have them going 13-4.
That's
Wow.
absolutely crazy.
13-4.
It's not, you know,
I don't know if you smoked before this. I didn't see him, but I feel like you might be smoking something.
Bro, you gave me the same lines last year.
I don't.
And the Vikings came out and did exactly what I said they were going to
Oh
do.
my gosh.
so I have the Vikings winning the division too, but at 10-7.
Okay.
I actually have them tied with another team, but
We know. We
they
know.
do. They end up with the better division record, so they win it
Okay.
with the tiebreaker.
Wow.
The Vikings are going to come out pissed off for their poor performance in the playoffs last
Right.
year.
Yep.
Cousins is
You like
going to be
that?
all right.
You like
Cousins is
that?
going to be all right. Hawkinson's going to be good. Jefferson's going to be good. They just got that new rookie, Addison, right? His last name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison. He's
He'll
good.
be he'll be
Good
good.
player. Pickens.
You know.
Pickens boy.
Yeah.
He was in college. He was Pickens.
they're
Madison.
gonna
How do
be
you like
good.
Madison? Do you think
He's a
gonna-
question mark for me
Yeah, he'll be interesting.
because I think he's more of like the spell back than he is the actual back.
Yeah.
But I was just seeing something where his backup, I don't even know who it is now, but his backup is supposedly be like Madison was last year.
Right. So
Someone
I
who
mean,
can step in
right.
and fill the shoes pretty easily.
Yeah. So I mean, surprise! I got him 4-13, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, you don't.
I'm just kidding.
That's bolder than the Saints.
Oh my god. You haven't won in this division. We know.
No, I don't. Because I can't. I like as a Packers fan, I really can't. 10-7. That's the best they're gonna do for me. So 10-7.
Pure hatred.
I can't do it, boys. 10-7. That's it.
Okay,
All right.
I like Kirk Cousins after watching the show a little bit more, but that's it.
go get Ella down here.
Yeah, right? She's so happy she got a jersey. She got earrings this year.
Let's not talk about
She's
Ella's
gonna be
gonna
rocking
be
the
a Packers.
Viking stuff, man. I'm gonna get her a Justin Jefferson wall hang to put in her room.
Okay, it's
He's
fine.
gonna be number 1 overall pick in fantasy this year.
You stamping
Oh, yeah.
it?
Yeah, I'm
stamping
taking
it.
it.
Okay,
I'm taking him.
Adam's got our number 1 in our league.
I'll trade you for him.
No, it's okay.
Well,
Anybody I get.
Anybody?
Anybody.
I'll take it.
Jay Jetta.
So you guys have them winning?
I have him winning. Yeah,
No, you
I
don't
have-
have them winning.
No, I do.
I
have
have
them
the
winning.
I have the
Yeah.
Vikings as the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about your tiebreaker because that's going to be who's winning it for me.
the Titans are our 2nd seed.
Chicago?
Oh, really?
No.
I got our team,
Yeah.
our adopted
Our
team,
team.
And that's
the
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, coming
Yes.
in at 11-6.
really.
I'm coming
I
in
like
at
them.
11-6. I think they're gonna do really well this year, and I have high hopes for them.
Yep.
Which means they'll suck.
I hope so. It's time.
You know?
I hope they do, seriously.
Yeah. The only thing is, I think they downgraded at running back, going from Swift and Williams to Gibbs and Montgomery. I think they downgraded at
disagree.
running back.
I disagree.
You think so?
I disagree 100%. Yeah, I don't think Swift is that great, but I think he was all hype. But yeah, that's just me personally. I think they have a great team.
See, but I think I would take Williams over Gibbs, and I would take Swift over Montgomery.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But that's just me. That's just
Okay.
my personal. Yeah, I had
And then
them
when
winning.
Jameson Williams stops betting on games and stuff, maybe he can
Come back.
help Amarad or whatever his name is. St. Brown.
St. Brown.
Yeah.
I have them
Okay.
winning at 11-6.
Okay.
And I think I agree with you. I think they're going to be the best team. They have like one of the most like fan favorite, player favorite coaches, you know. And I think they're
You think
they're
gonna-
America's
You think
team.
they're going to be our adopted team again this year?
America's team.
11-6, baby.
I got them at 10-7, tied with Minnesota, but then Minnesota wins the
That's
tiebreaker.
dumb. You don't know.
Seriously.
That's unfortunate. Okay, I guess I'll pick our team. But okay,
They're still going to be my team. They're still a playoff team.
okay, all right,
Yeah, I have them in the wild card.
all right.
Second wild card in. Second wild card team then.
I still love them.
Then
I love them.
we're going to save the pack for last, so we'll go on to the Bears, who I have at the bottom again this year for the division at 6-11. But I think they are going to.
Get back.
They're on the way up, whereas my third place team I think is on the way down. So
I don't know. Okay, all right.
I think I like Field. I can't say I like Fields. I'm starting to get on the Fields wagon. He needs to still throw the ball a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
Bandwagon there. But I think adding DJ Moore was going to be huge for Fields.
Yeah. You see that screen that he threw to him and
Yeah.
he just went house on it? Yeah.
And Khalil Herbert's going to be
Herbert, yeah,
Herbert's
he's-
going to be their main man there.
They
Cole
got-
Kmet's their tight end. He's serviceable.
I like Mooney. Mooney's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fast. I think it all relies on Fields if he takes that next step, right? So we'll talk about Hurts, Jalen Hurts. Is he going to be that next one to make that next step? And I really think he is going to be, but I don't think the team around him is as good as the Eagles were last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to have
Where you got the Bears at?
7 and 10.
Yeah,
7
me
and 10.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all right about there.
Yeah.
Now, I saw this debate on ESPN, and I thought it was a really interesting one, and I'll bring it to you guys too. If you took Fields and put him on the team, the Eagles team from last year, does he do as good, worse, or better than what Hurts did? And if you took Hurts and put him on the Bears, would he be hyped, or would he be nobody talking about Hurts?
You want to go? You want a good?
Yeah, you can go.
I love Fields, but I think Hurts is a better quarterback. Like slinging the ball, I think he has a lot more. Fields has a lot more like accuracy that he needs.
Hurts is good.
He's a good quarterback.
But if you put Fields on that Philly team, I still think he's not better than Hurts. No.
No. That's it.
But Fields is still going to be better than he was on.
You
the
think
Chicago
Fields
team.
would have been in the MVP conversation? If
I don't-
he had like AJ Brown, Devonta Smith to throw to, and he had a running back he could hand it to,
Possible.
and him take off.
This year.
No, yeah, but I'm saying if Fields and Hurts switched last year,
Right.
So if Hurts was on the Bears and Fields was on the Eagles,
No.
and he had all the weapons that Hurts had, do you think he would have got as much hype as Hurts? Would he have been in the MVP consideration?
This year, maybe
Or-
yes. Last year, no.
No.
I don't think. This year, I think he's improved, but I don't
Okay.
think.
And do you think Hurts would have been talked about if he was on the Bears the way he was talked
I
about
still
when he was on the
think so.
Eagles?
I think so.
You think so?
Maybe not
Yeah.
MVP level, but I think he's a good
Interesting.
quarterback. Good quarterback.
Interesting. I thought I
That's
was
an
kind of
interesting
swaying the
take,
other. I was
though,
kind of swaying the other
to
way.
think about.
I thought maybe with those weapons, Fields would be projected into the MVP conversation, and Hurts would be talked about like Fields is, where it was like, oh, if he had somebody, he could be better. You know,
I just think last year I feel
Who was the
ran
Bears'
so
biggest
much.
receiver? Like Mooney?
Mooney and
Claypool.
Oh crap!
no,
No.
stop it.
Yeah, like
Was-
2 catches for
was-
11 yards.
Was
That was the
Allen-
best trade in history.
Was Allen
No,
there?
he was on
Rams.
Rams. Yep.
Yeah, it must have been
He was hurt
Mooney. I
most
thought
of
for
the
some
way.
reason there was somebody else too.
There was somebody else, but it wasn't like a big name. I don't think.
Yeah, we're gonna kick ourselves for this. But yeah,
It's
but
no
either
problem.
way, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Mooney was their number one guy,
Yeah.
I think, though.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, he's an exciting player. He's a fun player to watch.
Yeah.
He's like Lamar, but not like as fast as Lamar. But man, he is.
Yeah, I like Fields a lot though.
Yeah, he's a good player. So
Which brings us to the Wisconsin Green Bay Packers.
let's go.
Do you want us to say our pieces first, and then you can give us
Yeah,
your,
please. Yeah,
your thing?
I would love to
All
hear.
right, so
I'd love to hear.
here's my third place team, who's on the way down.
Yep.
Dare we say rebuild section?
Down to the Super Bowl.
Rebuild section. All right, I have them at 7 and 10.
That's disgusting.
7 and 10.
That's disgusting.
And I think most of the reason I have them winning as much as I do is because of their run game still. With Dillon and Jones as their run game. And I think their defense can still get things done too. But I don't have confidence in Love, really. I think
darts. Like
Watson, Christian Watson.
Christian Watt, I
I think he's a bit.
6'4", speed. You remember that
Dare
guy
I-
Claypool? Who
Dare
was
I
supposed to
say?
be good?
Dare I say Milli Vanilli, one hit wonder?
Oh my gosh.
He may be.
Megatron 2.0.
Romeo Dobbs needs to figure out how to catch a ball.
Oh, he's gonna.
And who else do they got?
They got a lot, baby. We got all you want. I'm telling
Mike, where you got him before he gets on his rant? Where do you got him? I had him at 7 and 10.
I got him.
Don't look at me like that.
No, actually, but 8 and 9.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So, not totally
Yeah,
disrespecting
You could-
your guys, but
you could talk about it.
they're definitely. I don't know if I'd go full rebuild yet, but they're definitely
They're
on
on
the way
their way
down.
to the rebuild.
They're way down.
They're dare we say, gas station pizza?
I still think maybe Jordan Love could be a little bit better than what people may think, though.
I mean, I have seen some good things out of him this preseason,
Yeah.
but I still just don't have confidence in him.
And
I would say he was the fourth quarterback in this division.
a lot of people in the media have been talking about, man, that the team atmosphere without Rodgers being there, totally different this year.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit more relaxed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Rodgers could have been a cancer in that locker room. He could have been a poison in
Yeah,
that locker room.
I think he just was.
He was-
his time was up.
Yeah,
His time was up.
He was
I love Rodgers.
It was worn out on both
Yes.
sides. Worn out on both sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go.
What do you got? Give us the inside scoop on Green Bay. What do you got?
How sweet it is to be in love by you. Let's go, baby. Inside scoop, boys. It's not going to be as good as you guys,
You're
thought
not
last year.
going 15-2 like you did
No,
last
we're
year?
going 14-3, baby. I'm just kidding. I reasonably.
If you take the Packers at 14-3, my Saints prediction doesn't look that bad now.
I think for a couple points up for Homer, they're going 10-7.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we're not going to win the division, but
You're a playoff team.
we're going to sneak in, baby.
Oh,
We're
okay.
sneaking in. I honestly, truly am very, very excited
This
to
guy's
see
eating a
how.
lot of bad cheese.
I'm excited to see how Love does. I'm excited because I think there's a lot of hate and I think there's a lot of pressure on him, but we'll see because there's that that aura of Rodgers. We got a good defense.
Yeah.
We have a good defense. And we'll
Got a good
see.
run game. You got a good run
We
game.
have a good run game. We have some receivers.
Good
We'll see.
coaching.
And our coach. I mean, Matt, man,
LaFleur?
He's a good looking dude.
I think he's a good coach.
Now, seriously, I joked about the gas
He's
station
a handsome
pizza.
man.
The gas station pizza, but I think that's a fair comparison to where we were last year because they
Yes.
could be the Steelers of last year,
100%.
where they do go 9-8.
Yes.
I have them at 7-10, but I could see them doing that 9-8, 10-7, and just missing the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, that's respectable,
I
right?
can see that too.
That's respect.
And it will all boil down to Love. I'm going to take Love on the lower side
Yeah.
and give him a 7, but I think he has the ability to get him up to 9-10.
We like him, right?
He's a lovely guy.
We just don't love him.
Okay, that's unfortunate. That's
I mean, it was nice that he got into the picture of the year last year with Jalen Hurts, where it said "Love Hurts" when they're standing next to each other.
We'll see, boys. We'll see. But you know what? I'm excited for the new. I love Rodgers, but it was time to move on. Let's see where it goes.
It's time.
It's
Yeah.
time. It's time. So I'm
It's time.
So we'll see. Love it or not, here we come.
Which brings us to our coast, the East Coast.
The East
All right.
Coast, baby.
Which is kind of weird. when
It's
you
very
think
weird.
about
It's very weird.
that we're on the East Coast, but Dallas is in here. Like what?
It doesn't make sense.
I mean, they're confused. They got to be confused. Why would they trade for Trey Lance if they weren't confused?
They're
Smart.
They're very confused.
But we'll get to that. We'll save them till the end. We'll
Smart.
let you give your rebuttals and everything. We'll start in the basement, right?
Yeah, okay.
Washington.
Yeah.
I got Washington at the bottom. I got the Commanders going 4-13.
Wow.
4
That's what I got. man.
Are they? That's your worst. That's worse than Cardinals.
No, Cardinals are 3-14.
Oh, sorry. You.
This is my worst.
Wow.
Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Because
don't.
we're five.
I just don't see what's there. They got McLaurin and they got Dotson, but is Sam Howell going to be able to get the ball to them?
Yeah, you wonder.
right?
They got Gibson and Robinson, but Robinson, like, who are they gonna run? They don't like Gibson for some reason.
He's gonna be their scat back now. He's their third round. Their what's his name is gone. JD Kissick is gone. Kissick. No, I'm sorry. JD.
JD John.
No. JD McKissick.
Yes,
Yeah, he's gone.
yes.
Yes, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
gone.
pretty sure he's gone.
So no, he is. He's up in Cincinnati or something like that. I think something like that.
Sure.
But Gibson, I think he'll be okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think they're running game.
And they have what's that?
They're not good.
Curtis Samuel, right? Is
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
receiver.
I think, yeah.
He's not playing up to his Carolina days.
No.
There's nothing that strikes me about Washington that I'm
What about their
like,
defense?
I don't know. I mean,
No.
Chase Young, baby.
is he gonna be
Probably-
healthy?
Probably the best defender,
Is he gonna be healthy?
defensive player in that division.
They're going to stink.
That's bold.
You know what I'm saying?
Rivera's going to be gone.
The
Rivera's-
best defensive player in that division.
He's going to be okay.
Chase.
He's going to be gone. And that's it.
So what do you
Move
got?
on.
What do you got him at?
4-13.
4-13. You have him 4-13?
Yeah.
Really? 14. So I got him at 5-12. I mean,
I love how you do that. You make this huge thing. And five's kind of being a little generous. It's like, who did you say had 5 when we were like, oh,
Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. It's the
See-
generosity out of you guys.
I think I think the hardest part, right, is
Which
the
is-
other three teams are so much better that it's going to be divisional games. They're probably
Yeah.
going to lose a lot of those.
It's funny because I actually, thinking about it, I'm like, oh, Washington's got to be a better team than Arizona, but I got them at less wins.
But I think Arizona squeaks out wins because they have beatable teams in their division. I don't know
Right.
that
Right.
Washington can beat anybody in the division.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll squeeze one or two down south.
Probably against the Giants or
Down
something.
south, right?
I don't know. Maybe the Giants, but I honestly I don't see them beating Philly or Dallas twice or even once.
Giants, and you're okay.
But the Giants are. I don't think I have them winning any division games. To be honest with you, I
The
think
Giants.
I know the
Oh,
Commanders. I think
Commanders.
I have them beaten like Arizona and like Carolina and like I don't think they get any divisional wins. I think they go 0-6 in the division.
So are we starting at the bottom, and then
Yeah.
we're going.
Well,
up here?
we're saving the Cowboys
Yeah,
for the
but,
last.
are-
But so
but-
yeah,
so we're going to the top then, right?
you want to go to the top now?
Let's go to the top then.
All right.
If we're saving the Cowboys, let's go to the top.
Yeah, let's go right to the top. I have us the number 2 seed in the NFC, winning this division with a record of 11-6. The
Man,
Philadelphia Eagles.
wow. That's. I don't know.
Well, guess what, guys?
You got to win.
You got them
division,
higher.
I
You
do.
got, yeah.
I got them as the number 1 seed in the NFC.
They're
Yeah.
good.
Philly, 13-4.
Same
Okay.
thing. I'm 13-4. They're a good team.
See, I'm not always a homer.
See, I gave.
I know they're a good team.
I think. Well, I was
Yeah.
telling you guys upstairs. They have a stretch of games that it's going to be tough. And it was like they play like the Bengals, the Cowboys, the
that's
Chiefs,
not
the
tough.
Bills. Like
They're
they're
Bengals, they're not tough. I know.
Okay, so one thing I have to say though, for a team that was, I forgot what they were in the draft. They definitely won the
they
draft.
failed the draft.
They
Yeah.
were in the Super Bowl. I mean, to make their team that much better, to get probably arguably the best player in the draft at what 11 or around mid. I think it was like
Wasn't it 9?
9.
They moved up to
So,
9.
They
or
moved up to
something,
9,
I think.
but to get him at 9,
Yeah,
Jalen Carter.
I know.
They got to
Bulldogs
play. They got to play Minnesota, which I think is a game they could lose.
win.
The Jets will be a tough game for them.
It's tough.
Then
Hey,
for
wait a minute. I'm sorry to stop you real quick, but look at that time of the Minnesota game. What time does it say?
8:15
Prime
p.m.
time. They're going to beat Kirk Cousins.
It's Thursday. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that's
okay.
a good point. Good point.
But they still got to play the Jets, who could give them some trouble. But then listen to this stretch they have. All right, starting in, let's see, what week is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Week 6 is the Jets. Week 7 is Miami. Those two are gonna be tough games for them.
Yeah.
Then they play Washington. Then they have Dallas. Then they have a bye. Then they have Kansas City, Buffalo, San Fran, Dallas again, Seattle, the Giants, Arizona, and the Giants.
It's a very tough stretch.
That's not a walk in the park right there.
But they're a good team.
But they're amazing.
But they
though.
go against Kansas City, Buffalo, San Fran. It goes Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo, San Fran, Dallas, with a bye in between Dallas and Kansas City. That's gonna be.
So what are you got them at? You're.
I have it
you have
11-6.
11-6.
I
I just
actually
think
have
it's-
them going 5-0 to start the season, and their first losses to the Jets.
Okay. I think I had them beating the Jets. I think I had them losing to Minnesota, but I didn't look at it. And you're right, prime time that could go the other way. I think I had them Minnesota, one of the Dallas games, the Chiefs, the Bills, one of the Giants games.
They're losing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're not going to lose twice in a row.
Yes, they will.
They can't.
Yeah, they will.
They can't.
You don't think they'll pay back the Chiefs a little
Payback.
bit?
They'll get payback in the regular season. I'm sure. Okay. 13-4.
Listen,
Oh, so
I don't
see,
know.
You're right with me.
if you know,
I hate to say it. but
Patrick
seriously.
Mahomes dropping his F-bombs all over Netflix and letting people know he's not a nice guy that they thought he was. He's out. He's a killer, man. He's out to win.
Herbie the
Have
Frog.
you
He's out
watched
to
it
win.
all?
Yeah, I watched it all. I was actually really surprised how much he swears. Like, I had Patrick Mahomes as like this nice, squeaky
Yeah.
clean guy.
Right.
He's out there
Christian boy.
dropping F-bombs and trying to fight Max Crosby.
That was good. That part was really good. Yeah, I liked it.
So, alright, so we went from the bottom, we did the top. Now we'll go to the mid. And we're in New York. We'll talk about Mama's team here.
Mama's team.
Bring on the Giants. Mike, you hit it off last year. You about called their record almost perfect, and we were thinking you were a bit crazy last year.
I think I had them at 9-8. right? And that's
Yeah.
what they were?
Yeah.
Or was I one off?
You might have been one off. You might have an 8 and 9.
Well, that's why
It
I
might
got
be one of
that
the teams
again
where
this
you
year.
said it could go either way.
8 and 9.
You have an 8 and 9?
Yeah.
Josh, what do you got, man?
See, this is tough because I feel like their team is. It's hard. New York. I'm gonna give them the bump up for Mom. We're gonna go 9 and 8.
Okay.
Karen, we love you.
Listen. I finally got to meet Karen this summer.
She's so
Sweet
beautiful,
lady.
beautiful woman.
Really nice lady. Great retirement party.
Oh, she's.
But
Look at the
listen,
tree. Oh, here
I'm
we
going
go.
to be your favorite out of the three because I got the Giants at 10 and 7.
Wow.
The final wild card spot.
There we
10
go.
and 7.
There we go.
Okay.
I don't know. I love their coach. Love their coach.
This is one of the teams. I have them at 8 and 9, but it's one of the teams where I could see they could
Yes.
maybe go up a game or two.
Saquon showed he was back last year.
Yep.
He comes back and gets better this year. They added Darren Waller on the outside,
He's a good player.
as tight end, outside, inside, wherever he needs to go. That's going to be huge for Daniel Jones. I think last year I was trashing Daniel Jones and I didn't like him. I think he takes a step this year.
He does.
I think he takes another, because I'd say he took a step last year. I think he takes another step this year, and he will be hovering around top 10. I'm not going to say like up in it, but like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Yep.
quarterback this year.
I think
So-
they drafted a nice young corner, which will help. That kid from Maryland, I forget his name, but
Banks,
yeah, that's it.
Yep.
And then Isaiah Simmons, that was a big
Isaiah
pickup.
Simmons was
Watts?
for like a
Watts?
6 or 7 pick.
Watts.
Oh, Watts or is it Wyatt? I'm sorry, Wyatt, the receiver for.
Oh, yeah, Hyatt.
Hyatt.
Jalen Hyatt, right?
Hyatt.
Yeah.
With an H. With the H.
Yeah.
Speed.
He's a speed kid.
Yeah.
Actually, he burned what's his name in a preseason game. Gardner Minshew. Not Gardner
Sauce.
Minshew. Not Gardner Minshew.
I hope he could beat Gardner Minshew.
God.
If a wide receiver isn't beating Gardner Minshew, he would not be a wide receiver.
No, Sauce Gardner.
Sauce
he did,
Gardner, yeah.
He beat him in one play. You know.
Preseason.
It's
preseason.
Saucy was getting.
But I think the Giants could be.
Yeah.
They got pieces. They Thibodeau from last year. I think he can take another step this year and be a dominant defensive force. I think their defense could be pretty good. Their offense, they got some weapons this year.
Yep.
I do. I got them at 10 and 7 with a final wild card spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Final wild card spot.
I get it.
Yeah, no, like I
Yeah.
said, they're one
I
of the
hope
teams
so. I
that
hope
I think
so.
could,
Yeah.
you know, be
Yeah,
a
I'm not
little
that
bit
far
better
off.
than
I'm
my
2
record.
games.
Yeah.
One or two
Yeah,
games
we're
off
all
you guys, so.
there, right? We're all there at that.
Which brings us to the America's team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they say.
Second in the division, it's not bad.
Second, I have them second in the division with the second wild card, and I have them losing this division due to tiebreakers.
Oh,
So
heartbreaker.
they are at 11 and 6 for me this year.
Okay.
11 and 6, just the same as the Eagles. Same as the Eagles, but the Eagles have the tiebreaker.
All right.
I like it.
I don't. But I understand it too. Like, if I didn't and I was just
Yeah.
a crazy homer, I would have picked Dallas, no problem. But I know what type of team Philly has, so.
See, it's tough for me. It's tough for me, but 10 and 7, and I'm sorry. I just I think they're overhyped, and they lost some pieces in the
Who'd they lose?
offense. Kellen Moore, and that's going to be a huge hit for them. And I think it's gonna be tough for
Listen.
McCarthy.
Dak Prescott has all the control this year. He's calling his own plays.
Yes. What does Dak Prescott do?
He
man?
was the offensive coordinator.
Do we have to go back
in
to
that game last week? And
They
that
threw that
Will
dive.
Greer threw for almost 400 yards.
He's the next up and
And he
coming.
rushed for another almost 100 or whatever.
Why don't we put him in?
Well, they got Trey Lance now.
Do we have to go back to Dak's decision making? Fourth quarter, 14 seconds left. Let's slide in the middle of the field instead of getting the ball outside and getting out of bounds.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It was a play call.
Well, it was.
All right. So what do you got on that?
I got him at 12 and 5.
Respectable.
Um,
That seems a little excessive. But.
they're my team. They're going to be good. I know it. Dak's got total control of that offense this year. unlike recent years. He could change plays at the line, do whatever. Another speedster and Brandon Cooks on the outside.
I like Brandon
He's
Cooks.
not going to make the full season.
With CeeDee Lamb.
I like Brandon Cooks. Yeah, but you're right.
He's not going to make the full season.
Michael Gallup, second year back from ACL.
Second back.
Is going to be back to regular form. And that defense is still going to be nasty.
Listen, you missed two names.
I'm really excited for
You
one of
missed
them.
two names. The man who should have been their running back from the get-go, Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
say his
that Chase
name.
Vaughn
You
kid.
didn't say his
And
name.
Vaughn is
Yeah,
excited.
that's not the other one I was thinking of.
Oh.
He'll be a good change back, but the hidden gem on the Cowboys offense, Jake Ferguson.
I like Ferguson too.
He's going to be a top 10 tight end this year.
Really? You're calling it?
Maybe even pushing top 5.
Stop.
I like
Stop.
what you're saying.
You know why?
Stop.
Because Dak likes the tight ends.
He likes tight ends.
He
You're
does.
right. He's a
Look
tight
at
end.
Dalton
boy.
Schultz.
Yeah, and where is he?
He's in Houston. He got overpaid.
They didn't bring him back, right?
Dak got him that money though,
Gosh.
because he loved
Name
him so
five
much.
tight ends.
Ferguson's gonna.
Five
Ferguson-
tight ends that are like, you said top 5.
I said pushing top 5.
He's not gonna push nothing.
He could push it. We got obviously Kelsey number 1,
Kelsey,
Andrews number 2,
Mark Andrews.
Waller probably 3.
Yes, correct.
George
George Kittle, 4. T.J. Hawkinson,
Hawkinson 4.
4. Correct. Kyle Pitts.
Maybe
Yes.
Pitts. Kittle. If Kittle stays
What about
healthy,
Dallas Goddard?
Goddard will be number
Okay.
5. So we could put Ferguson at like 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, someone in there,
Round 9.
which would be pushing 5.
I don't know what you're pushing. 5 is closer
Let's
to
have
10.
Fryermuth would be better than him, but that's
I think they got 3 good tight ends.
now we're getting somewhere off in la la land.
I do.
3?
And that, like I said, on the other side of the ball, that defense. That defense was already good last year.
Yeah, but
And the one weakness they had last year
It's
was
corner.
stopping the run.
in corner.
We went out and got that big run stuffer right up the middle now.
Who was it?
That Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie, who's been
Mozzie.
getting tossed around like he's nothing.
He had 3 guys on him one
He's
preseason
from Michigan.
game.
He's overhyped.
So I'm saying that defense,
Listen,
Can
you got 2 corners who are relying on their names,
Stephon Gilmore,
washed up.
Trayvon
his
Diggs.
brother's way better than him. You know that. You've seen his brother in preseason. Gilmore's brother, or
Who's
his
he play
cousin,
for?
or something. Carolina.
Oh.
He's got 2 interceptions so far this preseason.
Listen,
Oh,
Dick
that's
Gilmore. It's either his. It's a family
Yeah.
member. I don't know if it's his brother, but yeah, Diggs is. He's
and I
overhyped.
can't
Who are your
pronounce his
safeties?
name, but they just
They just
got
traded from Miami.
a
They
first round pick from Miami
Nagabu or something like
a
that.
couple years ago.
Nagabu.
He's
Yeah,
on
they
the
tra-
gas.
they traded Carl
Dolphins.
Joseph for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a player for player
We'll,
trade. So
we'll see how they do.
and on Madden, it was trading a 70 for a 71. So
Safeties, Malik Hooker,
nothing.
They got
and Donovan Wilson.
Who?
Donovan, don't say that. Donovan Wilson is awesome.
Okay. Do
Be-
they still have
behind,
Van Der Esch?
behind Micah Parsons. Yeah,
Yeah.
Van Der Esch is still there.
He's a
Okay.
good player.
Behind Micah Parsons, I'd put Donovan Wilson right behind Micah Parsons as the heart of that defense.
I would say yeah.
I
Over
love
Diggs.
Donovan Wilson.
Over Diggs for
No,
sure.
really,
100%. Yeah. Well, Diggs probably.
Who do they got on
Listen,
their
I-
line? Other than Mozzie Smith, who do they got on their line? They don't have Lawrence still, do they? Did he
Yeah,
retire?
Lawrence,
Marcus
Is he
Lawrence
still
is there.
He's
So you would
washed,
put-
though.
you would put
He's
the-
washed.
OC Iguodala.
Iguodala's another
Iguodala. He's pretty good.
OG.
No, it's OC.
Okay.
Van Der Esch.
You're not.
They're-
You're not.
But
No.
we know, but it's still they're still coached
It's
by
the-
Mike McCarthy
Yeah.
and run by Jerry Jones. Jerry
Yeah.
Jones traded for Trey Lance because he thought he was getting Patrick Mahomes. His eyes are too blurry, man.
What do you think about the running back Von there though?
like
He's fun.
He's
Yeah.
quick.
He's quick.
He's quick.
He's so small.
Yeah.
But
Is he their number 2, or is that Rico?
Suave?
Rico might be number 2 right
Gillidy or
now.
whatever his
Yeah,
last name
Dowdle.
Yeah,
But I
is
think
he
he's
number
going to
2?
come
Yeah.
in and I think
But
he'll be
Deuce-
exciting.
Yeah, I think Deuce is going to overtake him.
Do you think he'll be
As
fantasy
number two.
Like-
relevant?
Darren Sproles-esque type of thing.
Potential, right? I mean, I would love
Who
to.
do they still have that return man from last year?
Yeah, Turpin.
Turpin.
Yeah.
Turpin.
I mean, he's no Calvin Austin, but
Oh, yeah, they got him. they got weapons.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Thank you.
Deuce Vaughn could be fantasy relevant to answer your question.
I think so.
Maybe later in the year.
I don't think he gets enough touches.
I agree with that, but I think he's kind of fun.
He is fun.
Yeah.
And it's a good story. Feel good
He could
story.
be. He'd be
Uncle,
relevant.
Dad.
He'll be relevant for your fantasy when you're thinking that the Cowboys are going to do something. But for like fantasy football, you might get out.
Yeah, true.
So, we just ran through all the teams, right?
Yeah.
I also put down, like, who's the wild card team.
Yep.
Did you do that too?
Yep.
Alright.
I was kind of mentioning it as we were going along.
He's mentioned it.
Let's see, very good.
What's
He did.
You want to go through them? Let's go through
No, I think we already did.
No, let's go through them.
Let's go
I think
through
it's
'em. We'll go
important.
through them. We still got like 5 more minutes.
Who's your top guy? Who's your
Number 1 seed?
yeah
Vikings.
Vikings?
Philly.
That's crazy. And I got 49ers, but they're edging out Philly. Because they were same.
And the 2
13
seed, I had the Eagles.
as well. Because I
San Fran I had.
Okay.
That's the 2 seed.
San Fran was my 3 seed.
And then Minnesota would be my 3. And then... Or actually, no. Sorry. New Orleans was my 2.
yeah.
That is like
They had
mind-boggling that you have
So,
them at the
Philly-
2nd seed in the NFC.
Philly, New Orleans, San Fran, Minnesota.
And I had Minnesota, Philly, San Fran, Saints.
And I had San Fran. And then who am I missing?
Philly, you had Philly.
And then I had the
Detroit.
Lions, Detroit, and then it ended up being the Saints.
And there's 3 wild cards, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So my first wild card was Detroit. I had Detroit as the first wild. No, I had the Cowboys as the first wild card.
right.
Cowboys were the first wild card for me. Then I had Detroit, and then I had the Giants.
Yes, I had Dallas, Detroit, Seattle. As a 3.
And then I had Seattle, because they're all like 10 and 6 range.
Right.
I had Seattle, and then Packers, because they might squeeze in there. You never know, boys. And then also
We already know. It's not happening.
it's happening, guys. It's happening. And then it might be it depending on the situation, but it might be Cowboys. It might be squeezing.
Might be
All right.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait. This is my favorite time of year, man. I love this. And this year, Aaron and I hit 10 years.
Congrats.
Thank you. In September, and then in
Yeah, way to go, man.
October, we're going down to the Steelers-Jaguars game.
That's right.
Steelers-Jags.
And the Jags are gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So be a good game.
And we'll get into all those guys next week when we come back, and we'll run over the AFC real quick. I'm sure you guys will be throwing a lot of shade my way.
Oh yeah.
That's what you like to do. You like to get me revved up with the Steelers. You know,
They're not
I
gas
got
station
some
pizza anymore.
I got some expectations for them this year. It might be a little fiery when we start talking about the AFC North. So, but hey, it's great to be back again, guys.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
great to be back. We talked some more football, and again, it's 2 guys.
One mic.
Let's go.
Peace.